3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
I like that song.
It's so nice and relaxing.
It
It's
is.
relaxing.
It is. It is.
Trying to pull his hair back. Hey, y'all, guess what? It's Wednesday. It's us, Devanya and Diane, the ladies of Lyrics. Welcome back to another show of Ladies and Lyrics. We are happy to be here, happy that you're here. And if you are here and on time, why don't you go ahead and say hello, what's up, how you doing to me and Diane, because we want to know who is live and on live and on time with us tonight.
Yes.
Right. Hey there. Hey.
Hey, Tiger.
Who else is on here? Hey, y'all. Happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Da, 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 da.
I think the people that's on YouTube, they don't really say too much.
They hiding out over there on YouTube. Who's over there on YouTube?
Yeah.
If you're on YouTube, go ahead and say hi. We're waiting for y'all. We know y'all out there. We know you out there.
Yes. Thank you.
Always thank you. We love those compliments.
We
Look,
do.
let me tell you. I know
Tell
you'll
me.
appreciate this, Tiger. And Diane, I don't know if you're really a sports fan, but I wore my Bears t-shirt tonight, and it says, "You had me at Bears," because it is now football season. Yes, it is. It's the football
Okay,
season.
guess what?
With hey, how you doing? What are we gonna say?
I am going to start watching football.
Okay.
Yes. So I told Kareem, I was like, okay, I got to get a team. Okay, I said it's between the Giants and Panthers because he's a Panther fan, and I'm from New York. So he said, not the Giants, mommy, the Panthers. I said, okay. So I'm doing football and I'm doing basketball. So the season, they already started?
So the season starts Thursday, I believe. I think
Okay.
starts Thursday.
Thursday
But
night.
the Bears' first great game is on Sunday. So
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out my another Bears shirt. We're gonna go out and watch the Bears. It's time to bear down. That's you gotta be a Chicago Bears fan. I'm saying that. But it's time to bear down, and it is football season. We're so excited because we got like the number one draft pick and have some good people on the team. We think we'll have a good season. You know, Bears fans are always optimistic every season. So I have a question for all you ladies, and this includes you. Well, Diane, you kind of just told me football is barbaric. You know, a sport I think is barbaric is boxing. Good evening. Hey, I'm Karen. Now, ladies, are you, any of you out there, are real, we're going to just go with football tonight, football fan? Anybody, any ladies, a football fan? That means that if your man is not at home or if your man is not watching with you, you'll still watch the game. Let me hear it. Put it in. Right. So don't say, yeah, I watched the game because he watching the game. What if he's not there? Are you going to watch that game without him? That's a real fan. I'm just saying. Just saying. So go ahead and let me know. Real football fans. So anyway, Diane, we usually go out to watch the game. And there are these groups of ladies that really sponsor, you know, this I want to say showing it, they kind of rent the space and they sponsor the game. It's ladies, it's a ladies group. So I feel like now sports, especially football, it's not just a men, like it's not a man's game. You know, women love football. I know a lot of women that love sports, but anyway, I'm excited because I think we have a really great team. I cannot wait for the first game on Sunday. Okay, let's see what the ladies say. Look, Aunt Karen said no, she's not a football fan. Let's see. This is like no lady is a real sports fan unless she's a big. Oh, really? I'm a real sport. Well, let me say this because it's not like I like all all of the teams. I'm just down for my team, the Chicago team, the Bears. But I like the football for real. And if I'm gonna watch, I'll watch it by myself. I could care less. I don't know what be going on anyway. Well, look, I'm a boy mom, so I'm so surprised Diane not into sports like that. So I kind of,
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know.
yeah.
Think I,
Kareem was Kareem was a die-hard fan of the Panthers. I mean, when they was really winning and then they went to the Super Bowl, I never forget we was in Maryland and they lost. Oh, he cried so hard. I mean,
oh,
he was so upset. But I just said, I'm going to get into football. I got my team. I'm a Panthers girl. I'm going to get my Panther gear. I'm going to be going. I'm going to go to 1 or 2 games this year. Don't matter who they playing. I'm out. I'm in there. Or maybe I'm going to have to go and see when they play the Bears.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I
that'd
think
be
they
fun.
played the Bears early in the season. Because me and my son was just, I think they played the Bears in September, October. It's early in the season.
Okay, let me look at that.
Really early. But you gotta look at those tickets, honey, because
Yeah, it all depends who they playing when you get the cheaper tickets. You
it's
know, the
probably better for you to just go to the game there and see like when they playing the Bears and then like because it's a woman warm in North Carolina. So we might have to plan a date to go see a game together. Okay, yeah.
yes, that would be fun. But
Of
anyway,
course. It is football season. And when we come back next week, I'm gonna be talking about those Bears and whether or not they won or not. But we're not gonna even use the L word this year.
oh,
It's
okay.
only W's this year. You're supposed to watch it and share it when he gets home. It's part of communication. That's talking just like a sports fan. No, I'm with Mo. I don't know what's going on. All right, come on, ladies. Y'all got to get into the games. Come on. But that's okay. That's all right. You got to get into it with him, and then if you watch it with him, then you'll start getting into it. You'll learn some stuff. It's really
Yeah.
cool. Diane,
Well, I'm
you
watching it
ready?
with you. I'm ready.
Ready for some good music, some real talk with us dope women?
Absolutely. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. You know what I want to talk about?
Yes.
If anyone heard about the shooting and outside of Atlanta, there was a student, he was 14 years old, and he shot, I think, 13 people. 2 students died, and two students and 2 teachers, and 9 went to the hospital, or 9 got hurt.
Wait, he shot 2 students and 2 teachers,
No, yes, he shot 13 people, if I'm
and
correct,
4 people died.
and 4 people died. Yep. Hmm. Um,
What,
I mean, it's absolutely terrible
what does this have to do?
because he said it's absolutely terrible. For one, he's 14. What is he doing with a gun? Where did he get the gun from? I don't know if all schools have metal detectors. Um, and then with this, it's just really, really sad because how do you, as a student and a teacher, when you go to school, what do you think about? Like, are you thinking about, am I going to make it home? And what do parents think about? Are my children going to make it home? And what do the
Mhm.
kids think about? Are they going to make it? Are they going to make it home too? It's just absolutely terrible. But also, they want to they want to ban cell phones from the students. And in something like this, I'm saying, okay, if nobody have any phones, and who called the authorities? I don't know how all of that happened. What would the kids do? To call their parents, to call somebody if they don't have their phone. But as a teacher, Divanya, what do you think about the phones and what just happened? How do you think it should be navigated? Because you're in the classroom, or maybe not now, but you was in the classroom. How do you think, how important is a phone to a student, or how unimportant is it to a student? And how is this affecting you?
No, it does affect me now because I'm not in the classroom, but it affects me in that this is just crazy. What, as you were talking about it, what I realized is that like my initial response is one thing, but then as I thought about it, it's like we are living in different times than when I even first started teaching over 20 years ago, right? When kids didn't even, when cell phones weren't even a thing. Like nobody was carrying cell phones at first. Nobody. So now it's like everybody has one. And I saw that on the news talking about banning them. And my first instinct is to say, yes, take those phones out of those kids' hands, because what happened was they did a pilot and they took phones from these ninth graders. And then it showed that they had better grades than everybody else in the school. So they said they decided to have their phones locked up in a box, in a lockbox during the day, so the kids can focus on school, which I'm all for, because those cell phones are a distraction. But then you do bring up a good point about, them being able to alert their parents. But is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because parents are going to be alerted. It may not be by the student, it's going to be by the school. They will know. But also, it's just so totally different times now, Diane, because you remember a time, and I remember a time when we went to school, and when our kids went to school, that was never a thought. School was the safest place you could send your kid. Like that was the place you knew they were going to be safe. So now it's crazy that, they actually have active shooter drills.
That is crazy.
We
No
never
more
had
fire
that when we were
drills.
in school. We never had that when we were in school. We had
Yeah,
fire drills,
fire
we had
drills.
tornado drills, but we
Mhm.
never had an active shooter drill. That is now part of the drills, along with fire drills and tornado drills that they do every year now, an active shooter. So times are just so crazy where this thing now with in the schools and these shootings. I mean, I just think there are so many other things that brings up, like gun control, all of those things. And I think that could be like such a long topic, because I have a lot of thoughts on all of it. But what do y'all think? I see some comments here about the cell phones being. Do you think that because of what Diane said with these shootings and stuff, kids should have their phone? I think that might not necessarily, Diane, just playing devil's advocate, be a good thing if parents are all, like, oh, let me get there. And now everybody's trying to get to the school. You know what I mean? I know, but then again, every parent wants to know what's going on with their kids. So let's see. Let's look at some of these comments. What do y'all think about those phones being banned? You have to be able to Google at school. Come on now. Okay. So you think they should have their phone? I'm so happy that when cell phones really started becoming, my kids were just like getting out of school, or they, in high school. I don't have to worry about that too much. This one kid told me he was gonna call 911. I mean, is that supposed to be 911? Or did he say 911? He said he's gonna call. He probably has a phone. And how old do you think kids should be before they get a phone?
Absolutely, I agree.
Because some of these little kids have phones.
They be in elementary.
In elementary school with phones. Why? Why do they need a phone? Some of these parents are going to come to fight if you take their kid's phone. You know what? But the parents are going to know the policy, because the school is going to share their policy with them.
Yeah,
The school is going to say
and this
our
is
policy is blah 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 blah, whatever. There was a time when we didn't have phones. We didn't have them. We had to go to school and learn, and we talk to y'all tomorrow. You, like, yeah, they do.
but I think what the argument would be probably is because of these shootings at the schools. They want to know that they can get in touch with their child. They want to know, are you okay? Are you safe? They don't want to hear uh, an announcement from the school or a text and say there's an active shooting and we're investigating, or the school is locked down, because they do send those texts out. But parents want to hear their child's voice. I get that.
I
I mean,
get that
even if,
too. I get that
you,
too. I can see both sides of it because I'm a parent and
yeah,
I'm an educator.
yeah,
I can see both sides of it. So for me, it would be, if that's the school policy and that's why I'm sending my kids, that's the school policy. When I was in high school, there was a kid that said he was going to shoot. Look, y'all, going to shoot the school up. It felt like we sat in that room for hours He didn't end up doing anything. I had a flip phone at the time, and having a phone didn't make a difference. Exactly.
That's a
And
good point.
that's what I'm saying. Like what the other than what you're saying, Diane, like a parent being a kid being able to say, "Hi, hey mom, this thing is happening." Like but we're talking about education and what a distraction phones are to kids. They are a distraction. They out here like this, they texting, they watching videos, all types of stuff. Let's see. Gun,
And
uh-oh.
gun control is
There was gun control is a waste of time. They will never be able to control that, just like drugs.
that's
Hmm. I think the phone can be annoying to the class and they be texting during lesson. Yes, ma'am, they do. Texting, watching video, then they go in the bathrooms, like we kind of talked about, and taking pictures in the mirror, creating videos at school. You're supposed to be
they're
learning.
talking about taking the mirrors out of the girls' bathrooms because of that, because they are making videos. And I mean, it's bigger, even though the shooting that is important for them to be able to communicate, but maybe there's something different that could happen than with the kids having the phones, because like you said, it's a distraction. They doing what they want, and are they really learning? Because if the teacher asked them a question, they could Google the answer. So are
True.
they really learning?
Well, that's how they do their homework. If a teacher got something offline, the kids showed you from Google to get the answers. So
Uh-oh.
safe to say, if it's white boys at school, you should always have a phone. Oh Lord, you know that there's other people that's out there doing it too. What the parents gonna do? Bring bulletproof vests? They're gonna be worried. Just all they can do. They really can't do anything. That's what I'm like. I don't think having the phones is the answer for that. Just to give the parents comfort maybe and knowing my child is okay.
Yeah.
I had a flip phone, no internet access, and it was a distraction. I can imagine with social media, it's even worse. Exactly. And let me say this is going to take us over here, but this is one of the reasons why bullying is so bad now because students, kids have access to each other all the time. And that is the problem. Most of their problems don't even occur in school. No, I can't tell how many times I came to school and they were talking about things that happened at night because they were on social media or something. And it spilled over into school. Let's see. They need them phones. They got a Google answer to the text. I wish I had one then. Phones have ruined our attention spans. I agree with that, Mom. But that's the world we live in. It is so different. It's so different. Hey, Kelsey.
Hi, Kelsey.
Yeah, it's so different. Times are different. Children are different. No, parents are different. And right now, I mean, our kids spend more time on their devices than they do talking to their parents.
Yes.
And I'm saying,
do you know what I didn't realize? That because Kareem, I mean, he's been out of school a few years now, but he had books. There's no books. Kids don't have books anymore. What's going on?
you mean like textbooks?
Yes.
I think a lot of teachers now kind of create their own curriculum, and maybe the school districts used to buy everybody the same book. We used to have them the same book. I'll never forget covering my book up with newspaper or a brown paper bag. Yeah,
we made our own book covers.
We had to cover them books up, baby, but we all had a book. And they used to now they don't necessarily, not all schools, some still do like buy a curriculum like that. Sometimes teachers are creating their own curriculum. And maybe I remember when I taught reading, I would create my own curriculum and I would order the books for the kids. Like whatever we were reading, the school would order the books for them. But it was not like that big textbook like we had, Diane, with all the stories in it. So we had to cover up with the big bag of the newspaper.
Yes.
And then we all had a number inside the book.
And if you don't bring that book back at the end of the year, your parents getting charged for it. Or you're not getting your report card.
You're not getting that report card. Parents are different. And I wouldn't mind not having textbook. My book bag used to be heavy, dragging them back to school. Those books were heavy, though. They
Those
were
books
big
were
old.
heavy. Those books were heavy.
You're not that old, Robert. Yes, I am. Yes, I am that old. Because I remember covering them books. Diane was only like 10 years older than me. Yes, I
Yeah,
am.
coming
Yeah.
them books up, boy. Yeah, I
So,
think they need to be carrying some heavy book bags. Give them something to think about. They think about carrying that book bag opposed to carrying some guns, and it's just different. It was different. Those heavy books. It was the times, boy. You wanted to make sure you had that textbook too, because you had to do your homework.
right.
You had to do your
Exactly.
homework. It wasn't
They
no internet.
no internet, no phones. We had to look things. Times
In
are
the
different, and
studio.
that's what I mean. We're in different times now, but those phones are a huge distraction, and I would not be opposed to them having to put them up. And just then, what's the difference in the kids during the day? So I would be interested to see if the schools that are actually doing it right now, how their students are performing compared to some other students. All right, well, I had a couple more. Let's see. I had a car, my books. You know what? Yeah, I had a car. My books were light.
Okay.
We didn't all have a car when we were in high school. Diane,
What's up?
we do have some music tonight. Oh, so Diane, you want to talk about the theme tonight? I mean, this month. You want to talk about it?
Theme is about, we going into a new season. Fall is coming, summer's ending, but just thinking about changes in your life. And sometimes we need to be encouraged to go to the next step or the next phase or whatever's going on in your life, whether it's positive or not. And for me, music helped me get through that sometime. And it's about this month is about being encouraged. So yeah, we want to encourage some people. Somebody.
I'm trying to share this show on my page. What's wrong?
Okay, no, I just wanted you to read that comment. Yes, that's what
Oh,
the
okay.
show is about. And Devanya will get into the artist and the song in a few minutes. Um, yeah,
Let's
sometimes we
figure
need to
out
be,
why I couldn't share this.
huh?
So let me read this comment and then I can't share this show for some reason. Not acting right. Let me see. I'm gonna do it in a minute. It says, "Oh hey, that's my mama, y'all. Say hi to my mama, y'all.
Hey, mama.
This is her first time on the show, so we have to
Yeah.
make her.
And she comment, we appreciate you. Yes. Okay.
Wait, I gotta show. They probably perform very poorly because now if you don't have your phone, you don't know the answer to too many things as it is. Then we don't have the structure for family anymore. Family time, sitting at the dinner table on Sunday, at least, and having a conversation and finding higher. But we went because they come to the table with the phone. But I'm from the old school. I'll make you leave them home and come to the table to eat. Oh, leave the phone and then come to the table to eat. Yeah. We have to, I think that's the problem is that we're not doing that. We're not demanding things from our kids anymore, right? We're not telling them, hey, no, put that phone up. Even as adults, and I've said this to a lot of people, maybe even to you, Diane, like when I go out with people, I intentionally keep my phone put up. I try not to take it out because I want you to know that my time with you is important and you're important to me. What's going on in my phone, whoever's calling, things like that, I'll call them back because I remember when I used to date this person and they were always in that phone and it made me feel horrible because I'm sitting there with you and you over here in this phone with who is that that's more important. So I try not to do that. And I think that we have to really start setting examples for the kids to do things like that. Okay.
Absolutely. You need to, I call that being present. Let's be present in the moment and be present for the person that's in front of you. Don't even bring the phone, like your mother was saying, don't even bring the phone to the table. Bring it, put it in and turn it off so you don't have to hear it ring. Yeah.
Okay. I finally was able to share that job. Okay, so Diane, we
What's up?
talked about being encouraged, right?
Being
So
encouraged.
Diane, did you talk about your lose to win and leading up to that? Because I
No,
know.
I didn't. I mean, sometime, okay, the song is Fantasia, Lose to Win. Sometime we gotta lose to win again. And I know it's her song, it's kind of cliche, but it's true when you just think about life. Sometimes you lose a job and but you get another one, and the next one you get is even better. Sometimes you lose in a relationship and then you meet the person you should be. So you winning. I mean, it's a lot of different things that sometime in life we look at it as, oh man, woe is me, or I'm going through this. But you know what? We got to be grateful for the storm. That's how I feel. We have to be grateful for the storm because the sun is going to shine again. So you got to be able to just walk through, sometime with tears, sometime without. But we got to be able to be encouraged. And yeah, that Fantasia, even though it's about a relationship, but more than anything, it's about just being encouraged. She was encouraged. Sometimes you got to lose to win again.
Okay, so that's our song today, y'all.
Yes.
Lose to Win. That Fantasia song was released. It was her lead single from her fourth album, which is called Side Effects of You, in January 2013. She did not write the song. There was like one, two, three, four, like five people on this song. I guess it took a lot of hits to put this together.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna read all those names, but still, Fantasia did that. I went to the Cincinnati Fair this summer, in Cincinnati Music Fair, and she was the bomb. She did it really good. She just always has to take her shoes off. Like Fantasia just was performing, but I enjoyed her performance, and it was really good. That was my first time seeing her
Oh, wow.
perform.
I've seen her several times. Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
something like
she's amazing.
that. She was good. So our song is "Lose to Win" by Fantasia.
Y'all already know the spell. I'm not even gonna have to say it, but I will say this: we do not own the rights to this song. I'm not gonna play a lot, so y'all get the song so y'all can look at the lyrics and sing along. But I'm gonna give you this tab bit. Let me make sure that it's up and everybody can hear it. Just give me a minute. Sometimes you gotta lose to win again. That's it.
Look, so, I don't know who ever heard the beginning of that song, but when I played it, that's the beginning sounds just like, I think that's a Jackson song that I'm thinking about. That beat to this song, it sounds just like that. Let me see a couple of comments before we
I can
start
tell you
talking.
who it is. Who
Wait,
that
she took her shoes on when we saw her. She give it the same shoe. You know
it's the
what?
Commodores
Uh,
Night Shift.
That's what it is. I told you I heard that beat before. I'm like, that's somebody else's beat from this song.
Mhm.
And I kept
Yeah,
singing it, but it's
yeah,
I
yeah,
know.
that's the sample. They call it when you sample it. I have to keep my little glasses on so I can see the comments too. Okay.
All right. So Diane, did you
What's
actually, when you was thinking about this song, Lose to Win? And I want everybody to just kind of let's reflect on the title a little bit. Lose to Win. Because they're two opposite things, right? If you lose, you win. You get two different feelings from it. If you lose, you get this feeling, and if you win, you get this feeling. And this
absolutely.
lose to win, Diane. We kind of talked about it a little bit already. What is
Yeah.
what is it that you think of?
Um First of all, we all know nobody wants to lose. That's the bottom line. We all want to win. But if you think about it a little bit different, if you knew that if you lost this, let's just say a job, and you knew that losing this job, you was going to get a better one, then I'm pretty sure that loss would be and it would feel different. It would almost feel like a win, right? And I say the same thing about when you get no's for, I'm gonna use an interview. You go on some interviews and everybody's telling you no, 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 no. And you're like, oh my God, I'm not, when am I gonna get it? But if you knew that 15 was going to be the yes, how would you go into every no? How would you go into it? So every loss, if you knew you was going to win, how would you react to that? How would you feel? For me, I'm learning to just say yes because I know that my win is coming. Even if I say yes with tears, I know, somebody say, well, you didn't get this or you didn't get that, or you and this guy didn't work. I just say yes because I know that it's something greater on the other side. So it's a practice, tears are coming, but I still try to go into it knowing that I'm still going to win no matter what. It's a hard thing to do. Like I said, nobody wants to lose. Nobody wants to hear no. We always want to hear yes. But if we know that something greater is coming on the other side, how would you really go into it? Would you go into dancing? Okay, I got to know, but it's all right because my yes is coming. It just give you a different outlook. I mean, that's my thing. Is I'm really trying to practice that in these here times.
I know
Yeah,
that's right. I think it's good to stay positive. It's like it's really about a mentality, is what you're talking about. It's just
absolutely.
how we view things and how we see things. We can see our trials as this, this horrible thing. It's hard. It is. I mean, to be honest, like you said, it's not
It's
easy.
hard.
It's hard to lose. Nobody wants to lose.
Nobody
Nobody
wants
wants
to.
that back. Even when we talk about these football games, you think these men Thompson, oh, we lost, but that's okay.
No,
No,
they're
they're not saying that. They are not saying that at the end of the game.
not.
Their coach is not saying that at the end of the game. That is not
Nope.
what they're saying at the end of the game,
No.
because everybody loves a winner, right?
Everybody loves a winner. Yep.
Let me look at some comments before I keep going. Before I keep talking. Tiger said, yes, it's part of life you're going to go through. And that's the key word, going through. Remember, this too shall pass. Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
You got to think that, like, that we're not going to be here always. It's just
Not
a season.
always.
It's just a season. And then Joshua said, I always tell my after school kids, it's only two things, winners and learners. Oh, I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
All of those are positive. No one wants to lose, but when you put your truth in God to keep you during the loss, you can go through with joy and stand and not faint. When you trust in God, even in the losses, you could feel like I'm gonna get through this thing.
Yep. I had to put my little.
Through every loss is a win. I always say nothing is happening to me. Everything is happening for me.
Yes.
All things are working for my good. That's in the Bible. But when you think about all things are working for my good, when you say all things, that means the good, the bad, the whatever it is. All of it is working for my good. Even though I might not think it is, or I may not see it right now, it is.
Yep.
Now, it might be a little easier to lose when you won them football contracts, getting paid to lose those $1,000. I know that's right. Because guess what? They still getting paid. Like in our situations, we may not still, we lose a job or something. We're not still getting paid. Morgan, you're right about that. Right. The boys are competitive. Trust, I mean, like I said, I'm a boy mom, so I know my kids, when they lost, they used to cry, especially when they would cry. That's how much they wanted to win. They would cry because they lost. So when it comes to being competitive, they don't get. I mean, they still getting a big buck. They're gonna be able to pay their bills. Don't get me going on. Oh my God, because I look to the hills for which cometh my help. I know that's right.
Yes, my help coming from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. Okay, that's.
What y'all think about Trump for president? You know what?
We don't. That's why we got to win.
That's why you said what? That's why you what?
That's why we got to win.
I've learned more from my failures than my successes. And see, that right there is the truth. If we don't fail, we're not going to learn anything. If you're always winning, this was easy, this was easy, you're not learning. And that is where you learn, is when you fail. But what you're supposed to do is take what you've learned from the failure so that you're successful You know, the
Absolutely.
next time, and the next time.
Yeah, they say you have, well, she said it was perfectly said.
Yeah, absolutely. It might be your season. It's all a season. It's a season. It's always a
Yes,
season. And it's
yes.
going to, you're going to, just like winter, spring, summer, fall, like Diane said, we're coming into a new season.
Yeah,
It's
no,
a
to new
season.
season. Yes.
I didn't cry much because I was, what? I don't know,
Mhm.
the winning. You know, winning here, winning there. Oh, you was winning here, winning there, so you didn't cry that much. Mm. Don't make me come out. Don't make me tell no stories around her. Who is we? Kamala, uh, you know
Goodbye.
what? I call him Donnie T. Who you call Donnie T? Oh, look, you know what? These two. Look, guys. Am I frozen? Oh, no. Look, I thought I was frozen for a minute. Thank you for your comment. We're not talking about politics right now, but the debate coming up too, so we can talk about it after that. Let's see how that goes.
Yes.
The good news is it can't rain forever. It cannot.
Absolutely. The sun is right behind those clouds. That's the thing. The sun is behind those clouds. You just got to be able to weather the storm. Like the song says, can you stand the rain? Can you stand the rain?
In this
Yes.
particular song, she's talking about like a love. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so when you think about loving somebody and it's just not working out, but part of something she said in here was like being afraid to try again. You know, like when that doesn't work out, not wanting to try at love again. And so you do, you know, I'm
So
not
you stay. Yeah. So you stay there. So
because oh, I meant to bring this for y'all. I meant to bring this little thing, this little to see if I can find it, and I forgot about the comfort zone. The
mm,
comfort zone is where you stay when you want to be safe, whether it's a good, bad, whatever the situation is, doesn't matter. You're comfortable there because you know what's going to happen here. But in your comfort zone is not where you're going to grow. As
that's
long as you
right.
stay in this comfort zone, you're not going to grow. You're going to stay right there in that same place. So we have to stop wanting to stay safe sometimes and stay in something, especially when even a job. Let's just say a job. Right now we're talking about a relationship, a job or relationship. You stay in this job, you don't like it, you don't enjoy it, but hey, I know how to do it. I go here every day. Everybody know me. I know what I'm gonna get paid. Now I know what to expect. You
I
know,
know my job.
I know my job, and I'm just gonna stay. I'm miserable every morning when I get up. I'm just gonna stay there.
But I don't want to go on no interview. I don't want to get to
I
know
don't
new
want to
people.
do interviews. I don't want to do
I
none
don't
of
want
that.
to do it.
No.
Yeah,
So we
that's
got
the
to get
truth.
out of that comfort zone because if we don't, we're never going to get the opportunity to do something. When we find that job that we really enjoy and it stretches us and we grow and then we learn something new. So I think that this song reminds me of the comfort zone and just being there. And the part of the lyrics where she's talking about, you know, trying to find somebody new. Who wants to do that? Nobody wants to do that.
Right.
But,
But
you know,
sometimes you have to because that's sometime where your better is, and you'll never know if you don't do it. If you stay where you at, I don't want to go. I don't want to go through getting to know somebody all over again. I've been in this for 15 years. I'm miserable, but I'm gonna stay right here. But then when you finally do leave, you know what your next conversation is? I should have been gone.
I should have been at that job. What the love was I?
That job.
I should have been at that relationship.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Yes, like you should learn more about from your failures. And y'all go see Forge and you will see why. Oh yeah, the Forge. I wonder if anybody's seen that. Saw that over the weekend. It's good. I think it's
No,
really good for anybody that's doing mentorship, discipleship, anything like that, especially for men. It was good. The Forge. It's a Christian movie, but it's really talking about mentorship and discipleship, and it really made me think about my nonprofit and really miss it in the work that I was doing. I really got to get back to that, even if I'm volunteering with somebody else. And I'm going to get back into that. It's good.
okay.
I like it. I thought it was
Something.
good.
I'm gonna watch that. You know, to put
Yep, it's
this
at
on.
the movies. I had no idea she was still making music. Well,
Look, you said it's at the movies, and this is my face.
it's at the movie.
I'm gonna go.
You know, stuff don't last that long. It'll be out in something.
No, I need to go to the movies sometime. It's nice. I'm gonna go to the movies right down the street. $5. Oh man, that's $7 on Tuesdays. I'll go next week.
I know that's right. Go in the mornings before 6, and it's cheaper too.
Okay.
This was out in 2013. This song came out. If you're afraid to try again, you stay in a rut. You're like a car. You're like I think it's a car, like a car with a bad transmission. You just running, but not going nowhere. That's a good analogy.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we try to fit a square into a circle. If she thinks she won't find love again, she's right. What? As a man, you would not believe the power of your thoughts. If she thinks she will, she also right. Our mind is a powerful tool. It's plenty of fish in the sea. Appreciate what was there and move right along.
Absolutely. Yeah. I love
Whether
that.
you think you can, there's a quote that says, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right.
Yep. Isn't that something?
Yeah.
If you think you can, you won't. And if you think you can, you will.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes. The Forge. I would say just because it's a lot of biblical reference, and they talk about discipleship and going to church and God. But I like it because it really, to me, speaks to like serving and being able to serve other people and giving back. And everyone, you know, they're saying everyone reach one. And that's what this man did. The man in the movie, he was really going out to reach out to other men.
Don't tell the movie.
Other men. I'm just saying that. He was really, it's a good movie. So y'all need to go see it.
We need to go see it. And then everybody that have seen it, then we can come back and have a conversation about it. That'd be good.
Oh, you're the spokesperson for all Christians? Okay. Well, okay, spokesperson, what you got to say? Call me, I'll go with you. Oh, look, she said she's gonna go with you on Tuesday.
All right, Aunt Karen, let's do it. Tuesday is the date. See that? Our family just come right on up. We're getting ready to have a movie night, a movie day.
Ladies, go with a man to see it. Yeah, I think you should take a man to see it. I think that's a good idea. I think more men should go see it instead of going like, well, I know you and Aunt Karen have your date, but take your husband to that is the movie that men should see. I can't. Can you see my response? I see this response. Did you have another one that I missed? Did we miss one? Did we miss one?
I don't see that we did, but if we did, could you tell us again, please?
This one we see this one, but I don't think we saw anything else. So basically, a Tyler Perry movie, minus the black women bashing.
Okay. It's okay.
Go with the man to see the Forge. It's a lesson in it. Yeah. No phone is acting up. Okay. Your phone is acting up. We didn't see the other comment, but that one we did see. Yeah. So, that was from a comment because I'm trying to remember what we're talking about. Yeah, y'all. If y'all go see it, let us know next week.
Yeah, that would be really nice. I'm going.
Take your man. Take your man. Take your son. Whatever. Okay.
I'm gonna find a man to take with me.
Good. Oh, that's right. Kareem at school. Okay.
My number is. I'm not taking Kareem.
What's your number down there?
I'm not taking him. He'll be taking me, but I'll go see it twice. My number is 919 blankety blank blank. Give me a call. Yeah. Give me a call. One day when we get more audience, we're gonna have, we'll talk about that once we get more.
I'm talking about all Lord now. But yeah, I can't wait till next week to see how many people go see it. But yeah,
see it.
So okay, back to the lose to win because we're gonna transition because we do have a question that we didn't get to last week, and I think Morgan really asked this question, and we want to talk about it because last month we talked a lot about money, and I think this was a question that kind of went along. I mean, last month kind of went along with those questions because I want to share with y'all whatever I know. I'm not like some. Oh, you gotta pay me. Like, no, I want us all to
Please.
whatever I
Yeah,
know and whatever I
we
can share, I'm
come
gonna share.
together.
Okay, so win to lose to win. I think that all of us, or most of us on here already, we're just talking about how we understand that in life we will lose. I mean, it might be our season, somebody said, and it's just a season. But if you remember, like Elijah said, like what you say, nothing's happening to me, but it's happening. Was it for me? I think is
Mhm.
what you said. Like all things are working, and there's a reason why maybe this thing is happening. Maybe you're supposed to share this with somebody else. Maybe you're supposed to be learning something as you're going through it. Now, I share with you all just like where I am right now and how I was a homeowner, one owner once upon a time. I said I would never own a house again. I was like, I can't. I was too much responsibility, and now I decided to take this responsibility on twofold, and now I have two like that I have to maintain. And it is a lot, but I feel like it's a blessing that God has restored me. And I lost it all, but now I'm happy that I learned a lot of things along the way. And one thing I learned is to keep my faith always, always
Mm,
that all things is going to work out. It's going to
that
work out.
that part. And it don't, and even and I think the biggest thing is for people, they'll say they have faith, but when the storm comes, all the doubt comes with it. Instead of them holding on to faith in what they believe, because now it's not, you got to just hold on and knowing that you're going to win. Just knowing you're going to win.
I'm glad
Yes.
I lost something. It made room for some good. Yeah.
Mm.
It made room. It made room.
That's like being
Very
grateful.
demure. Very demure. Nothing is happening to me. Everything is happening for
For
me.
me. I
Yeah.
like that.
Amen. Absolutely. All right. We went to church a little bit in here, y'all, but it's just like life is going to keep happening to us. And we just have to be positive and know that it's going to work out. It's going to work out. So our question for today is about money. Let me see, trying to remember what it was.
Um,
What question, Diane?
I had to write that down.
Oh, okay. Let me see. I think when we were talking about money, Morgan made a comment about saving because I was talking about saving money and how to save it and ways to save money and think about it. So were you, Diane, we give a suggestion on how to save money. Well, I think Morgan was saying, but it's better to invest your money than to save. And I think you should do both. I think you should, if you can, you should try to save and invest your money. And the reason I say, um, so let's talk about investing. So let's just talk about the building I invested in, right? Invested in the building, got the building, lived in the building. The building's gonna pay for your mortgage. Let's just say ideally it will pay for the mortgage, right? But it's not going to be extra money because it's going to pay for your mortgage. It's going to be an investment though because it's yours, right? It's something that you can pay on once you get finished paying on it, or you could pass down to your kids or things like that. But then you do need some money in your savings account to save, like for a rainy day, if you need something fixed, or if emergencies come up, or just to be saving toward a goal. Like I save money specifically so that I can have a down payment for my house. That was a goal of mine. I knew how much I wanted to save. I saved. I had a goal, set a goal, and I saved it. Now, let me tell y'all something. When you save your money in those bank accounts like Bank of America, Chase, and you have a savings account, you're not going to accrue that much interest. You're just not. I mean, I don't even know if I have any interest in my bank. And I've been having a savings account with Bank of America since like over 20 years now. How much? Probably a penny or two.
It's not
Now,
designed for you to make money off of them.
they're
And
not.
your savings,
However, However, there is online banking that you can do. I also have an online banking account. It's not brick and mortar, and it's with Ally. Ally is a company that you can also buy stocks with, but you can also have a bank account. I think I get 4.5% interest rate on my money. And next week I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna share this because it's not hiding how much I had in interest last year. It's money in dollars that I can actually see. It's like I've accrued a lot of interest. So if you're thinking about getting another savings account, don't get it with Bank of America. Get you an online account with Ally, maybe. I don't know who else you can get. I know there are other places besides that one, but that's ALLY, and you can get some interest on your savings that actually is going to build up. So that's my answer to that. I don't know, Diane, if you had something to add to that. I think you should.
No, I'm learning too. I'm taking notes.
Okay.
I'm taking notes.
You both save and invest if you can. You have
Yeah.
to have money if something happens to you. It's the,
Absolutely.
if an emergency comes
fund.
up. Yeah, an emergency fund. So get you an emergency fund, build the money, or start saving money so that you can pay off this or pay off that. Remember, the first thing you want to do if you're trying to get that credit right is get your credit report, start disputing some things, paying some things off, get your credit cleaned up, and get rid of those credit cards. Get rid of those credit. You only need one, and that one or two at the max. If you use them right, you can raise that credit score, which I've already talked about in the past. If you don't remember, just ask me. I'll remind y'all. Or just roll up. What does it say? Okay, let's see. What do you say? Money if you want to hit it big Friday. I'm a bodyguard. Oh, okay. So
okay.
We got you. Thank you. All right. Okay. So that's my answer on that. Any questions, comments? Because we have a little more time, but we're gonna end a little early tonight. How we spend that money. Now I'm not saying don't enjoy life, because I totally believe in that. But I also believe that you should have some money aside if an emergency comes up and you need to get your car fixed. You know, if you have.
I'm sorry, you made a good point. I think it was last week. Little by little. So if you saving $10 a week, I'm just saying that maybe you can increase it later on to 15. And we might look at that as like, oh, that's nothing. Within time, it becomes something. Okay, if you save $10 a week, that's $50. Then you saving that. So it does add up. And you made a good point. The banks on these commercials, but they are not designed for you to make money. It's designed for them to make money. So the longer you keep the money in there for them to draw interest, accrue interest for themselves, not for you. They make you think that it is, but it actually isn't. And I'm glad you said this about the. Yes,
that's just money you holding in a place. That money, like you're making any more money on it. It's just money you're holding in a place.
But at the end of the day, cash is really king. Just remember that.
Yeah, I know Tiger believe in that. He always has cash, and I never have cash. But it is king. Cash is king. If you can pay for something and not have to use it, pay it all. Here's the money. Bam, I'm done with that. Yeah,
cash is king. A lot of people don't think so. A lot of people think they have to have credit, but you got to know, you got to be wise with the credit. You got to play that game with the credit. You can't say, "Oh, I have $5,000 on my credit card," and then here you go and you just going out shopping and you don't. If you're not paying that off, now you in debt to who? The credit card people. So you got to be.
That's not your money for real. That's for real. It's not your money.
Yeah, and it's not your money. It's not your money.
If you got to put on your credit card, you don't have it. You do not have
it. If you're not paying it off right away, you don't have it. So.
I mean, but that's that's your personal thing. Depends on your goals. But I want us to be able to not be living paycheck to paycheck. And if we do have an emergency, we can take care of it. We can
absolutely
pay for it. So think about that, y'all. And I'm interested to know. I hope these little tips are helping y'all, because I don't know a lot about money, but I can only tell you what I've done and what's worked for me. And I hope it's being helpful. If you take any of my advice, I hope you come back and share it with us and let us know how it worked for you. All right. Because
I'm going to come back and share with you.
Thank you, Diane.
You're welcome. I'm learning. I want to purchase another property. maybe. I don't know.
It's a huge
Maybe.
responsibility. Think it out. Think it out. Because I'm like, I had said I was gonna do more than the ones I had. I'm like, maybe not. Maybe not.
We see what happens. There's so many other things that you can invest in, but just being
Yeah.
available, just having yourself set up to make that choice or the choice that you want to make. Because we also gotta, like you say, remember that we gotta set things up for our children.
We do.
Some people want to do it and some people don't.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Money, 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 money.
Money.
That's right. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna delete. Don't even put that comment up there.
Why not? We cannot tell people who to vote for. We cannot. I say people vote and vote for who you think you want to vote for, but I'm not going to stop people from saying what they want to say.
Yeah, just make sure you know what they stand for. That's what's important. You need to. It doesn't matter who it is.
Make informed decisions.
Yes, if they align with what you align with and you happy, go for it. That's all you could tell somebody. Yeah.
It's controversial. I'm going to watch that debate on, is it the 10th? Maybe. I can't remember. Do you know, Diane, when the debate is?
I think it's the 10th. It's the 10th. So when is the 10th?
Not what you need and not what you want, and you'll see your growth and pay your bills off, not half, and it will keep you from living paycheck to paycheck. You know, I think, yes, I agree with you, but I also think that I got to get some stuff that I want to, because I'm meant to enjoy this life too. I'm meant to enjoy this life too. So you got to balance out. If you have a goal, then you can't be spending money like that. Like you got to stick with that goal and put that money for whatever it is you're trying to save for. All right. Diane, we should get ready to say something before I
was going to tell the people when the debate was, but I don't see. I thought it would have came up on Google, but well, folks, all I can say is look it up.
Let me see if I can find it.
Because I thought it was. Oh, it's the first general election presidential debate was scheduled for September the 16th. The second, that's not it.
Really? Okay, we'll figure it out because I don't see it either. Oh, September 10th. September 10th, I think.
You found it? Okay, September the 10th. At what time?
Right. Anyway, y'all, it's time to go. We're going to listen to a little bit more Fantasia, and then we'll be back next week for Ladies and Lyrics. So y'all come back because we are going to be encouraged. All right, I'll see y'all. Well, we will see y'all next week. Oh, wait. Don't forget to share. Y'all got to share. And please go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you have not already. Subscribe to YouTube, like the page, share the show, tell your friends, and then we'll see you back here next week. Love y'all.
Yeah.
Good night.
Bye.